Today is a huge day for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Dogecoin, Cardano, XRP. You're going to see big moves in the market, guys. So yes, I'm going to talk about why you're going to see big moves. I am going to talk about what I see is going to happen here, what the prices are going to do, guys. So make sure to stick around from the beginning until the end of this video. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Chris, bringing you cryptocurrency videos every day, teaching you how to make money in this market. If you're new to the channel, then make sure to subscribe and activate the bell right now. So let's get straight into it, guys. Before I talk about the charts here for Bitcoin, I want to say that for everyone wondering why there was no video yesterday, there actually was a video yesterday. It was my big exit strategy video. It was over 1 hour long. There was a lot of confusion with that video. So there's a lot of new people in crypto, I understand that. But what I will say, guys, if you want to take profit on altcoins, I would just say as prices goes up on altcoins and on Bitcoin, you can just sell off small parts, and you can do that in 2025. So that will be what I will say about the exit strategy for now, guys. I'm going to create a Discord community where we can talk about this more in depth and where we can actually start to make some proper kind of calculations and some proper strategies for how to actually take profit in the long term. But for now, I'll just say that if prices goes up a lot, then you could take some profit off the tables. That is all I will say. And now let's move on with that. So Bitcoin is currently, I updated you on Twitter yesterday. I said that Bitcoin is currently trading within this channel right here. I said Bitcoin on the 1 day, next resistance is $11,500. Or $111,500. And then I posted this one, rejection of the 1 day, the red trend line right here. So this was right at $111,000 approximately. Saw a red candle go down here. And then I said that once we break this line right here, then 100, so this is actually less than 111. Let me see exactly what that is. Why did I say 111? It's actually $108,500. If we break through this level, then the next major point of resistance is going to be at, 111 or $112,000. Man, I'm not used to saying these high numbers for Bitcoin. Maybe that's why I am slipping on my tongue. For majority of the year, by the way, guys, we have not been trading for above even $80,000 or $70,000. We just broke through $70,000 just at the beginning of November. So that's actually insane to see how big the price pumps have been here for Bitcoin. But yes, these are the levels I'm watching right now for Bitcoin. You do have massive support here down at $100,000. That is why it's important to let time do its thing, because as time goes on, we create these support levels moving forward. So now we have not only the orange line, but also the red upwards sloping trend line right here. So $100,000 now, guys, is going to be decent support for Bitcoin. So that is fantastic to see. Now, let us talk about altcoins. So for Ethereum, you can see that Ethereum is having a bit of a pullback here after going up yesterday. You can see that we failed to once again break through the $4,000 level here on the daily time frame. And this is looking a little bit like a potential double top. Now, pay attention to what I'm saying here, guys. This is not a double top until we break through the neckline. So what is a double top? A double top is when you go up, you have the first top, and it's also called an M pattern. You go up, you have a second, usually a slightly lower top, which by the bodies of the candles, you can see this is a slightly lower top than this. So go up, you have the M here. And then once we break through this level, that is when the M pattern is executed, and that could suggest that we go down for Ethereum to 3,273. But until we break through this, this is nothing, okay? So we need to break through this for the M pattern to actually be valid and to be executed. So until we do that, don't try to say like, yeah, we're actually gonna break this, and then you start to short right here, because that is not how this is supposed to work, okay? So once we break through this, then we can consider the M pattern actually being valid. But for now, I still think that things are looking pretty bullish, and I still think that Ethereum is going to reach higher prices. Now, if you look at Solana, we have been inside of this downward sloping trend line for Solana, or channel for Solana as well. We've been trying the last 2 days to break through it right here. We haven't been able to do that, but we, just like with Bitcoin, we do have on the way down here, you do have 204. So that is the level where the where the red line is currently at. And then you have big support also at 210. So that is fantastic to see. For Solana to Bitcoin, you can see that right now, the red line right here, the support level is trying to hold up the Solana price compared to Bitcoin. So Solana is underperforming Bitcoin, as you can see here. And the moment we broke down from this yellow line, so this was the previous pattern, I said that if we close like this, then it's looking likely that Solana is going to continue to underperform Bitcoin. And then we saw this line being formed. So this would be the saving grace. And it can still save, like we're still just a few days into the week. So we can still see us being supported off of this level right here. In fact, I still think that that is the most likely scenario, that we get supported right here. But we will see. If we get supported off this level, then we can consider this pattern extremely valid. So this pattern right here. So then we can consider us potentially having a bounce here and Solana going up and starting to over or outperform Bitcoin as well. So that is fantastic to see. We do have very clear market structures right now for many of these altcoins and for Bitcoin as well. Now for Dogecoin has been having a bit of a rough time. You can see that Dogecoin has failed to consistently make higher lows and higher highs here recently. Since the 11th of December, essentially, we have been consistently making lower highs and lower lows. So we find ourselves now, for the first time, we find ourselves in a little bit of a bearish formation where you have this sloping downwards. So let's see how this is going to play out. Of course, before we had these bull flags all across, or you had these falling wedges, which are bullish patterns. You can see the breakouts we had. These were absolutely beautiful. Then you had this channel right here, again a breakout towards the upside. Now we have this formation right here, which looks a little bit more bearish than the previous ones, but still, let's see, we can still have a pump towards the upside if we just break through the 40-cent level for Dogecoin. So that is all fantastic. Now let us continue. So you have Cardano. I will talk in detail about these altcoins first, and then I will talk about the broader markets and what I am expecting here and what you need to be prepared for today, because in just a few hours everything is changing for crypto. So right now on the daily time frame for Cardano, you can see that we have found support of my orange line at $1.02. So that is great. If we can hold this, once again you have this formation right here, which you have seen now for altcoins for a little while. So you have this formation sloping downwards, but finding support of my orange line. So that is great. If you look at XRP, you know that we had on the daily time frame, we had a formation such like this, and we have broken out from this formation as well. You can see we've seen that breakout. We have a little bit of a red candle right here, but this looks like it wants to go higher, guys, for XRP. So let's see if we can come up to $2.82. This was the previous swing high, and then make a push towards $3.26, which is the previous all-time high for XRP. So all of these things are looking pretty decent right now for the altcoins, guys. And I know a lot of people are panicking right now. They're selling their altcoins because we're seeing some pullbacks, especially for Doge here. A lot of people are most likely selling their Doge positions because Doge is going down. But I think that nothing has changed here. I still think that Doge is going to perform well throughout the last part of this bull market. And yeah, we will see, guys. As always, I am, of course, showing you everything I am doing here on my channel. And yeah, we'll talk about the strategies here in a bit. First, I want to talk about the traditional market. So traditional markets saw a big gap yesterday or 2 days ago. We were trading right here at a new all-time high. Even this daily candle you're seeing today is green. So traditional markets are looking pretty decent also. So this is also reconfirming my belief or my thesis that I think that Bitcoin is sooner rather than later going to break through this red line. We're having a little bit of a pullback right now. This is, you know, stuff we've seen prior to this as well. Look here, we had pullbacks here, we had pullbacks there, here. We've always had pullbacks, and we're going to continue to have pullbacks, but I think that we're going to see higher prices for Bitcoin. Now, let me quickly talk about the trading strategies here before I talk about what I think is the most important thing to take note of today. So Bitcoin strategy is up $316,000, $178 for Ethereum, 24 for Solana, because the Solana position itself is actually down quite significantly, but the algorithm profit that we've been making here is fantastic. So that is great. If you look at Doge, you can see that Doge is more or less at break even right now, because we have a pretty high average price for Doge. So if you look at when I bought in on Doge, you can see, what can you see? You can see right here. First, I bought in at 35 cents. And then when I edited the price range, the average price was 47 cents. So that gives us an average price of, what is that, like 40 cents, more or less, 41 cents. So that is why the position itself is down significantly, but because the algorithm has been doing a good job and taking advantage of the volatility, we just crossed and this actual entire thing became unprofitable and we're at a loss right now. But when we see a big move for Doge towards the upside, I'm not going to edit the range here for now, guys. Remember, we've been below the range previously. We've been below 38 cents previously, and every single time we have been there, we have also bounced back. Okay. So you can even see right here, we were as low as 36 cents. So I'm not going to edit it immediately, guys. I will wait and see if we can find support of this red line right here and see a bounce towards the upside. And then I think that we're going to get back into the range here and everything will be fine. We're still in range. We're just like very, very close to dropping outside of the range. But nothing has changed here. I still think that Doge is going to go up to higher prices in this cycle. So that is great to see. This dip, remember, if I believe that Doge is going to go up to higher prices, this dip is just a good buying opportunity. And that is exactly what this strategy is doing here. Buying on the way down, taking profit on the way up. Okay, not financial advice, of course, but I'm just showing you what I am doing personally. Now, today is going to be big. First thing is that for Bitcoin, you do have a big level of potential liquidations. It is all the way up at $108,000. You can see the shorts have been building up here. So if we come up to this level, a lot of shorts are going to be liquidated. They're going to get wrecked. So that is the first thing I want to say. On the downside, we don't really have these liquidation levels where a lot of longs are going to be targeted. Okay, second thing is today you're going to have the economical data coming out. So you're going to have the FOMC minutes meeting. You have the let me see here. So the Fed interest rate decision also. Oh, sorry, you have the Fed interest rate decision, and then you have the Fed press conference. So there's two major things that we need to look at. Actually, three major things. You also have the projection reports, which are going to be very, very important. Now, what does the market believe? So the market believes that with 95% certainty, we're going to see a rate cut of 0.25%. So most likely they will have to do this, because when the market believes this so hard, they cannot really give the market any surprises. They essentially need to give the market, when there's this big of a certainty of something, they need to give the market what the market wants. Now, here's the thing though. What I think is that he's going to do the 0.25 rate cut, so completely in line with what we're expecting here. But then they are in a bit of a tricky spot, because if you look at the inflation is starting to slowly creep back up, and it's starting to become a problem again. And there's going to be voices within the Fed right now saying that we should probably not cut rates moving forward, or at the very least during the press conference. So remember, after the data is being released, they have the press conference. And what I think that Jerome Powell is going to do during the press conference is that he's going to try to ease the markets a little bit. He's going to say stuff like, yeah, we might have to we might need to stop cutting interest rates. We might need to stop doing all of these things. That is going to spook the market a little bit. So that could cause some short-term drops for the markets. And of course, for Bitcoin and altcoins, that's going to be big as well. Then we're going to have those pullbacks potentially. I'm just saying that if he, during the press conference, is talking bearishly, then the market is going to react to that. Now, if he talks bullishly, of course, the market is going to react bullishly. So that is I cannot control what he's going to say, obviously. I can just react to the different outcomes here and be prepared for everything. So yeah, be prepared for that, guys. If he's talking bearishly, then the markets are going to go down. If he talks bullishly, then you're going to see all of these things recover. You will see Dogecoin once again recover towards the upside. You will probably see Bitcoin break through the 100 and this red line right here. And then we continue towards Valhalla. But one thing I will say though, is that even if inflation is starting to become a problem again, the times when we have had sticky inflation in the past, sticky meaning that the inflation actually stays around and it doesn't really go down, you can see that even with sticky inflation, which could be the case right now, that we have sticky inflation, the markets, the S&P 500 have still been going up. You can see we had sticky inflation right here in 62. In the 70s, we had sticky inflation, markets went up. You can see here in the 90s, we had sticky inflation, or the 80s, we had sticky inflation, went up. Here in the 90s as well, went up a lot. And we have it right now, but the market is still going up. So yes, what we can also see is that thereafter, we did see a pullback. After a while, we saw some pullbacks after we've had that sticky inflation, but we're nowhere close to being in those areas. And in fact, right here, we just continued to Valhalla. Also right here, we continued straight up. So it's a bit hit or miss whether we're gonna, after having sticky inflation for a prolonged period, whether we're gonna have a pullback or not. But for now, this still looks completely in line with previously, which means that the stock market is most likely going to continue towards the upside. And if you look at all of the fundamentals for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and crypto, they're still looking amazing. The ETFs are still absorbing millions and hundreds of millions of dollars every single day. If you look at Ethereum, you can see that Ethereum, $144 million into the Ethereum ETFs yesterday. Absolutely amazing. And we will have the most bullish president for crypto we've ever had. So everything is looking, Michael Saylor is buying billions and billions and billions of dollars. Everything is looking so good for crypto right now. Don't let the short-term swings shake you out here. And speaking of MicroStrategy and Michael Saylor, people are saying that he's going to get liquidated. Well, the amount of Bitcoin that MicroStrategy holds, if you look at the prices in which he would potentially be liquidated, it would be somewhere around this price right here. So this is the same price that the old whales have realized prices at. So realized price means the prices of Bitcoin. Essentially, if you look at all the transactions in Bitcoin made by whales, it shows us when they actually accumulated Bitcoin at, depending on when the transactions happened. So what you can see is that we just went down and dipped into it once right here. Apart from that, we've never revisited this purple line. So it looks very unlikely that Michael Saylor is going to be liquidated anytime soon, guys. And if Bitcoin starts to really go down, we will have plenty of time to react to that. So that is all fine. I'm still bullish. Nothing has changed. And I am still massively long here with millions and millions of dollars. And guys, if you want to join my trading strategies during this dip, you can get a lot of nice opportunities for altcoins in particular. So if you've been waiting, if you've been wanting to jump into these strategies, go to the description of this video right here. First, sign up to Pionex with this link, and then click on this link to claim the bonuses. Then you have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and Doge. You have these links right here. If you want to use it for your favorite altcoin, click on this link. It's going to take you right here. And here you have it for 1inch, you have it for Aave, you have it for Cardano, you have it for everything. And by the way, guys, yesterday I updated a couple of the prices here as well. But anyway, if you want to jump into the strategies for your favorite altcoin, you do have the links here to the far right. Now, in order to understand how these strategies works, make sure to go back and watch video tutorial 1, 2, 3, where I explain exactly how they work and the risks you need to be aware of also. Guys, that is what I got for you. I'm now going to start to really work on the trading tutorial, so that gets released for you as soon as possible. But thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.